Amidst a chaotic cleanup after Power's rampage against the sea cucumber devil, Makima sternly reminds Power that if a devil hunter kills a civilian's target, they'd be arrested. She urges Power to think before acting and tells Denji to control her. Power lies, saying Denji made her do it, sparking an argument. Makima silences them, insisting they work well together, and Power reluctantly agrees. Later, Denji enjoys a simple joy buying a drink. Meanwhile, Power is distracted by a cat. She confesses her hatred for both humans and devils, sharing her only love for her pet, Meowie, who was taken by a devil. Power doubts Denji can understand her bond, but Denji, motivated by his own desires, agrees to help her rescue the cat in exchange for a touch. As they travel, Power reveals that only Denji can fight, as the devil will use Meowie as a shield. Denji shares a piece of his past, talking about his dog, Pachita, but Power scoffs at the idea of him finding comfort in his memories. Denji, realizing they'll never get along, holds back his frustration, focusing on the mission. Meanwhile, Makima meets with higher-ups, discussing Japan's defense against devils. The topic shifts to her squad, and she mentions that one member shows promise, while another is intriguing. The leaders caution her to remain focused on the mission and not get too attached to her team, a warning she silently absorbs. In a car ride, Aki questions Makima's confidence in Denji, finding him repulsive. Makima explains how devils grow stronger based on fear of their names. She finds Denji intriguing because he can transform into the Chainsaw Devil, which she believes holds great potential. Aki remains skeptical, citing Denji's lack of clear motivation compared to the others. Denji and Power reach the house where the devil resides. Denji, suspicious of Power's vague behavior, hopes he won't need to use his chainsaws. But in a sudden betrayal, Power knocks him out with a blood hammer. Dragging him inside, she offers Denji to the Bat Devil in exchange for her cat, Meowie, fulfilling her deal. Eager to consume Denji's blood to heal his wounds, after tasting it, he finds it repulsive and tosses Denji aside. The Bat Devil, disgusted, plans to devour more humans. Power begs for Meowie's release, but the Bat Devil cruelly swallows the cat, shattering Power's hopes. Devastated, Power reflects on how she cared for Meowie and how the cat brought her joy. She now understands Denji's pain of losing Pachita. Before she can fully process her sorrow, the Bat Devil swallows her too, leaving Denji unconscious and enraged as the devil flies toward the city to feast on more victims. Denji clings to the Bat Devil's leg, determined to avenge Power and fulfill their deal. With rage boiling inside him, Denji pulls the cord on his chest, transforming into his chainsaw form. In a savage battle, he hacks away at the Bat Devil, driven by his promise and anger, refusing to let the devil win. The Bat Devil picks up the human from the car, wanting to eat him to heal. However, he still hears the chainsaws in the smoke and wonders how Denji is still alive. Angry, Denji states that he had been patiently waiting, but he still couldn't cop a feel. The Bat Devil gets scared and throws debris at Denji, telling him to stay away, but Denji deflects them with his chainsaws. He then attempts to punch Denji, but Denji just cuts his arm and kills the Bat Devil, disemboweling him. He kills the Bat Devil and makes it rain blood. Power is shown in the forest, decapitating animals and drinking their blood, indulging in her natural instincts. Despite this, she begins to grow attached to Meowie as they spend more time together. When the Bat Devil captures Meowie and demands a human in exchange, Power rushes toward the city, puzzled by her own actions. Though she loves blood, she's recently come to realize that it's warm and strangely comforting. Power awakens with Meowie in her arms, realizing that Denji is holding them both, surrounded by the Bat Devil's dismembered intestines. Confused, she wonders why Denji saved her, especially after she tried to kill him. Denji simply points at her chest, reminding her of his goal. Finding his reason foolish, Power apologizes for deceiving him and, since Meowie is safe, agrees to let him touch her. Just as Denji excitedly raises his arm, it's suddenly blown off. The Leech Devil appears, grabbing and eating his severed limb. Power, unable to move, urges Denji to take Meowie and run. Denji pulls the cord on his chest, but only a small chainsaw emerges, signaling he's low on blood. The Leech Devil, realizing Denji likely killed her partner, the Bat Devil, finds him cute and decides to spare him, but vows to kill Power and Meowie. Denji, determined to protect them, prepares for battle. The Leech Devil warns that by fighting, he'll die with them, but Denji charges ahead, dodging her brutal attacks. He lands a punch, but she knocks him back, mocking his weakness and questioning how he killed the Bat Devil. She then reveals their shared dream of wiping out all humans, which she describes as noble and romantic. Denji, refusing to die before fulfilling his dream of copping a feel, defiantly charges at the Leech Devil. She mocks his goal as pathetic, but Denji manages to slice her neck with the small chainsaw on his head. Frustrated, he rants about how everyone belittles his dream, while others boast of better ambitions. Growing angrier, he proposes a dream battle, declaring that if he kills her, it means her dream was weaker than his. The Leech Devil taunts him, calling even his shouting weak. Undeterred, Denji charges again, dodging her attacks and grabbing an intestine to wrap around her, forcing her to her knees. Their clash becomes increasingly chaotic as they exchange wild blows, with Denji becoming more frenzied. Just as he leaps to finish her, the Leech Devil pierces his chest with her tongue, leaving him defeated. As she prepares to devour him, Aki arrives and summons the Fox Devil, Khan, which swiftly devours the Leech Devil's head, saving Denji at the last moment. The Fox Devil asks Aki for permission to swallow the Leech Devil, and Aki grants it. After the Leech Devil is consumed, Aki confirms the extermination and turns to the newbie devil hunters who arrived with him, instructing them to begin search and rescue operations. He then looks to Himeno, a senior member of the squad, and requests that she keep watch for any other devils that might appear nearby. Denji wakes up in the hospital, where Aki informs him that they found his severed arm and reattached it with a blood infusion. Denji notices Aki's familiarity with the Fox Devil, prompting Aki to explain that devil hunters form contracts with devils to gain power. In exchange for the Fox Devil's abilities, Aki sacrificed a bit of his skin as payment. When Denji tries to grab the apples Aki is cutting, Aki pulls them away, cautioning him that devils and fiends, like power, instinctively desire the death of humans. Denji brushes it off, saying power seems cool. Aki then reveals that they tracked Power and Denji by following surveillance footage, which led them to a house where the Bat Devil used to live. They found large amounts of Denji's blood at the scene and suspect that Power attempted to kill him. However, Aki remains puzzled as to why Denji continues to protect her. Denji plays dumb, pretending not to remember what happened. Aki, unconvinced, mentions that there were reports of people wanting to thank the Chainsaw Devil for saving them. Outside the hospital room, as Aki exits, Power demands that he should have confirmed with Denji that she's innocent. Himeno warns Aki that if he lets Power go and she kills someone, the responsibility will fall on him. Aki calmly releases Power and replies that as devil hunters, they use devils and fiends if they prove useful. Regardless of their nature, they'll employ them as weapons to fight against their enemies. In the morning, Aki follows his usual routine, waking up, washing, and making himself a coffee before sitting on the balcony. A short while later, Denji wakes up and heads to the bathroom. As Denji eats breakfast, Aki begins doing the house chores. Later, while preparing curry for lunch, a loud, violent knock disrupts the quiet. Aki and Denji go to check the door, only to see Power burst through, breaking it open. She comments that their place looks pitiful. At that moment, Aki receives a call from Akima, who informs him that she wants to place Power under his care as well, just like Denji. She reassures him that Power has promised to behave. As the three sit down to eat lunch, Power takes one look at the vegetables on her plate and immediately throws them away. Both Denji and Aki scold her for misbehaving and wasting food, but she dismisses their complaints, completely unbothered. Later, she clogs the toilet, explaining that she doesn't like to flush every time and only bathes occasionally. As Denji and Aki voice their frustrations, Power mocks them, calling them absurd and overly delicate. While Denji is busy unclogging the toilet, Power approaches and gestures to her chest, reminding him of the promise she made. She sits down on the toilet and tells him she's ready to fulfill it, offering him 3 squeezes, one for saving Meowie, one for killing the Bat Devil, and one for protecting her from Aki. She admits that she originally didn't plan to let him, but decided to change her mind. Overcome with excitement, Denji can hardly believe his luck and thinks of Power as an angel.